Come ride the little train that is rolling down the tracks to the junction. Forget about your cares, it is time to relax at the junction. Lots of curves, you bet, and even more when you get to the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
There's a little hotel called the Shady Rest at the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
It is run by Joe, come and be his guest at the junction.
Petticoat Junction.
Here's our lady MD, she's as pretty as can be at the junction. Petticoat Junction.
Why don't you make yourself useful and take up whittling? Take your mind off your fleas. There she is. Beautiful duck call. Even old Mike Angelo would have been proud of that. Can we give her a test run? Okay, here she goes.
Hello there, Mr. Carson.
Great. Keep out of the duck call and crow shows up.
Shady Rest. Oh, the old relic goes on and on.
Yeah, and I know another old relic that goes on and on.
Oh, it really is you, Mr. Carson. I didn't recognize you at first. You were sitting up. Is Dr. Craig in?
Yeah, she's in.
I have an appointment with her.
I know, I saw her rolling the couch into her office.
Wasn't that Selma Plout?
Yeah, that was the old biddy.
I wonder what she's doing down here.
She said she had an appointment with Doc Craig.
I can't believe it. Well, she's never come to Janet before. She's always gone to Crabwell Corners for her medical needs. I wonder what happened.
Maybe the veterinary moved.
Uncle Joe.
Knowing Selma, I got a hunch her appointment with Doc Craig is just an excuse for coming down here.
You're probably right. She has to be up to something.
You know it, and whatever it is, it's a doozy.
Oh, Mrs. Plout, won't you come in? Thank you, Doctor.
Just sit right there. Well, don't you care anything about privacy?
Oh, this is very fine, thank you.
But I'll have to give you a physical examination.
That won't be necessary. What do you need to know? And my blood pressure is 140/90. My pulse is 72. My eyesight is 20/40, and my respiration is normal.
Well, what do you know? A do-it-yourself Mayo Clinic.
Beg your pardon?
Mrs. Plout, just what is your complaint?
Well, who says I have a complaint?
Well, no one, but
I happen to be a perfect physical specimen, as anyone can plainly see.
Well, yes, but sometimes appearances can be deceptive, especially after a certain age.
A certain age?
Yes, say, over 30?
Yes, I am over 30.
Mrs. Plout, just why did you come in here? Now, I don't pretend to be the busiest doctor in the state, but my time is valuable. Hello, Mrs. Plout.
Hi, Mrs. Plout. Well, if it isn't Billy Joe and Bobby Joe, how's every little thing? Oh, my, just imagine. You girls still aren't married or anything, are you?
I beg your pardon?
Well, are you? Married? Or anything?
No, Mrs. Plout, we're not married. Or anything. Now, take it easy, Bobby Joe. Just what are you getting at, Mrs. Plout?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking how surprised some people will be.
At what?
At the idea that while you two girls are still old maids, my Henrietta has practically landed the best catch of the year.
Well, that's wonderful, Mrs. Plout. Isn't it, Bobby Joe? Yeah, wonderful.
What is? What's wonderful?
Henrietta Plout has just landed a prospective husband.
Oh, the poor guy. What's she wing him with, shotgun?
Oh, you're a riot, Mr. Carson. But just wait. There's more to this than just a hubby for Henrietta. There's a little surprise in it for you, too.
Yeah? Like what?
You'll see. Just keep your eye toward the east in the rising sun.
I wonder what she means by that. Who knows?
I know. Henrietta can't get a man here on Earth, so they're bringing one in from outer space.
But aren't you worried about what her surprise might be?
Nah, why should I worry? What is it?
A
hard not to notice our competition.
Competition?
Yeah, that helicopter's a crop duster.
Crop duster?
That's right. Some kind of nut, too. He was spelling out I love you with pesticide over Selma Plout's bean field.
Selma Plout?
That's right.
Oh, no.
What's the matter?
Now it all ties in. That was her surprise for me.
I don't get it.
She brought this guy out here as a husband for Henrietta.
So?
So she set him up in business, and they're figuring on knocking us off.
Can that happen, Steve?
Well, it's possible.
Not a chance.
Don't be too sure, Joe. That helicopter's the very latest in crop dusting equipment.
It don't matter. We'll fight them. We'll fight them in the air. We'll fight them in the fields. We'll fight them in the trenches.
Joe.
We'll fight them in our homes. Take it on the rooftop.
All right.
On the alley. You don't want to fight?
Well, sure, but in a competitive way. I'm just trying to point out that we're not in such good shape. That helicopter makes my old steerman look like a kite.
I've been thinking. We ought to order a new fleet of planes, jet jobs.
Joe, we cut it out, and this is no time for dreaming. It's something we've got to face.
Mr. Carson is little more than a human eating and sleeping machine. Steve, of course, is Betty Jo's husband. And the other two girls are pretty, what you might call pretty in an empty sort of way, if you know what I mean. You do, don't you?
Pretty in an empty way. Gotcha.
Oh, now when we get inside, let me do most of the talking.
What else? What do you want?
Oh, I see you've lost none of your grace and charm. However, being the kind of person I am, I turn the other cheek. I brought you a tenant.
Is that him? Yeah,
Well, yes, it is, and I want you to give him a quiet room, away from any distractions.
How long are you going to be staying? Well,
We haven't decided yet. We'll take a weekly rate and go from there.
Oh, you must be the guy who's going to try to cut in on our territory.
Go ahead, tell him.
Oh, I didn't know it was my turn. Oh, yes, sir. I'm going into the crop dusting business. Did I say something nasty?
You sure did, Buster. Me and Steve Elliott run the crop dusting business in this valley.
You mean it's a closed shop?
Well, you wouldn't want to try to buck a dynasty, would you?
Well,
Don't be silly. One little old biplane tied together with baling wire and adhesive tape is hardly a dynasty. Give him his room key.
Sign here. Ronald Coleman.
no relation.
Here's your key. The room's upstairs.
Thank you. And about our competition, may the best man win.
Yeah.
And remember, the better man has a new modern helicopter and my backing.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Billy Joe Bradley, and this is my sister. Hi, I'm Bobby Joe.
I'm Ronald Coleman. No relation to the one you're thinking about.
No, handsomer.
Ronnie, as soon as you get settled, Henrietta and I will be by to pick you up and introduce you to all the really important people of the valley. Henrietta and I know all the really important people of the valley. And what's more, they know me.
Yes, ma'am, I bet they do. Well, nice meeting you.
See you later. Bye.
Hi. I'm Steve Elliott.
Hi, I'm Ronald Coleman. Not the one that I'm...
Yeah, I kind of assumed that. You aren't the fellow with the helicopter.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, well, we're in the same game. I'm a crop duster, too.
Oh, so I heard. Listen, I feel kind of bad about moving into your area, but I...
Look, it's an open market. You had the same right that I had to go after business.
Well, thanks a lot. I'm glad you feel that way. See you later.
Yeah, take it easy. Hi, Joe.
Hey, what's all this nicey-nicey business? This guy's trying to kill us, and you're treating him like a long-lost friend.
What did you want me to do, punch him in the mouth?
Hey, that's an idea.
Look, Joe, this guy has the same right that we have.
Even if it means wiping us out?
Even if it means wiping us out.
You going to take this land down?
Look, I'm going to do my job the best I can and hope that our customers will stick by us, and that's all there is to it.
Brother, you're really asking for it.
What's the trouble, Uncle Joe?
Steve.
Steve?
Yeah, with his attitude toward this new crop dusting guy, we're all washed up.
Well, all I know is Steve said that Ronnie has every right to go into business here.
Okay, so he has a right. But we could at least come up with some business maneuvers to fight back.
Oh, really? Well, what kinds of business maneuvers?
Well, say, for instance, What if somebody stole his propeller? Or filled his gas tank with insecticide?
Or vice versa.
Huh?
Fill his insecticide tank with gasoline.
Now, there's the type of partner I should have.
Okay, Bonnie and Clyde. What's the matter, Billy? Well, you know you can't do anything like that, and in the first place you wouldn't.
Okay, there goes Steve's business down the drain.
Uncle Joe, do you really think it's that serious?
With Selma back in this yahoo, and furnishing him with all the modern equipment, it's gotta end that way.
And the only reason she's backing him is to find a husband for Henrietta.
You know it. That Henrietta couldn't trap a man in a hollow log.
Hey, what if we broke up Ronnie and Henrietta?
Hey, now there's an idea. Then Selma wouldn't want to back the guy.
Well, what do you think, Billy? Well, it is a lot less vicious than those other things.
Well, look at it this way. As far as Ronnie's concerned, it'd be an act of mercy.
Okay, we'll do it. Boy, these are the kind of assignments I like.
We would converse in polar bear and python, and we'd curse in fluent kangaroo. And if they ask us, can you speak rhinoceros? I'd say, of course, Eris, why can't you? If we conferred with our furry friends, man to animal, think of all the things we could discuss. If we could walk with the animals and talk with the animals and grunt and squeak and squawk with the animals, and they could speak to us. And then we'd study every living creature's language so that we could speak to all of them on sight. And if they ask us, can you speak in crab or pelican? I'd say, you know darn well I can, and I'd be right. If we could talk to the animals who need English, gradually we'd drop it with no fuss. If we could walk with the animals and talk with the animals, grunt and squeak and squawk with the animals, and they could squeak and squawk and speak and talk to us.
Boy, you're terrific. Wonderful.
Really? You really mean it?
Of course, sure we do.
Gee, I've sung for girls before, and, well, they always run away is what they do.
We've never run away. Never.
Hi, Mrs. Plout.
I want to congratulate you girls
On what, Uncle Joe?
on the good job you're doing with this Ronnie guy.
The pleasure is all ours.
Yeah, he'll be breaking up with old Henrietta any minute now. That'll take care of his financial backing and our competition.
That's what'll happen, all right.
Old Selma right off into the sunset on her broom.
Hi.
Oh, hi, Doc.
Hi, Janet.
Doc, I just been congratulating the girls on the way they're handling this Ronnie guy.
Oh, they've really handled him all right.
Hang in there, girls, and once again the Carsonelli Crop Dusting Company will rule the skyways.
Something wrong, Janet? You act as if you don't approve of what we're doing. Well, no, I can't say that I do. We're only doing it to help Steve and Betty Joe. Oh, I realize that, but the unhappy truth is, the only one really getting hurt is the one who's really innocent, Henrietta. You know, I never even thought of that. Me either. And why did you have to? Well, put yourself in her place. Henrietta's chances of getting a fellow are pretty slight, I would assume, right? You know, the whole time we were in school, I can only remember one fella ever paying any attention to. And that was when her mother put out the rumors that she had discovered gold in her backyard. And then she finally does have a chance of getting a nice young man, and you girls take him away from her. But when you're up against Mrs. Plout, you have to fight dirty. Some of Uncle Joe has rubbed off on her. Well, you can do as you like, but you did ask my opinion. Yeah, I think you're right, Janet. How about it, Bobby Joe? Well, you do have Orrin, you know. I know. Well, when it comes to fellas, I believe in the platoon system. Bobby Joe. Well, nothing's sure until you're walking down that aisle. All right, look, you make up your own mind, but I'm staying out of it as far as Ronnie's concerned. Okay, I will too. I think you'll feel better for it. But this means he'll end up in the valley and run Steve out of the business. Well, I'm concerned about that, too, but I think it's a chance we have to take. Yeah, now the problem is, how are we going to tell Ronnie? Oh, you'll think of something. We got a MASH note from Glenn Campbell.
Oh, hi, girls.
Hi, Ronnie.
I was just figuring out how much insecticide I'll need to get set up in business.
Oh, then you're still planning on going ahead?
Yeah, I see a great future in this area. Really a great future. Hey, how about the both of you girls flying over with me to Riverdale in my helicopter while I place my order?
I'm sorry, Ronnie, but we can't do that. We won't be able to see you anymore.
Not see me anymore. Why?
Well, it wouldn't be fair to our fiancés.
Fiancés, when did this happen?
This morning, in the mail. We heard from the Selectimate Computer Company.
You're getting a husband through a computer company?
That's right.
And you actually believe in those computers?
Oh, sure. Why, Bobby Joe and her husband-to-be are a perfect match. Yeah, we're both 3 dashes, 2 holes, and a star.
And you have faith in that?
Yeah, as long as you don't fold, staple, or mutilate.
Boy, I've lost girls before. This is the first time I ever got a Dear John letter on a computer card.
Well, now I suppose you'll be seeing more of Henrietta, huh?
Oh, no, Henrietta, she's not for me anymore.
Why not?
Well, once you've tasted honey, you don't go back to vinegar.
Well, we both think that Henrietta's a very nice girl.
Well, I think she's a wonderful girl.
Well,
Well, did you ever get a good look at her?
she is rather plain, I admit.
Plain. She makes Phyllis Diller look like Miss Universe.
There must have been something about Henrietta to hold your interest.
Yeah, her mother. Every time I started losing interest, her mother read me her bank balance. Well, I gotta get going. It really was nice knowing both of you.
Nice knowing you. Likewise. You know, I still think he and Henrietta would make a nice couple. Yeah, but I don't think there's a chance in the world of them getting back together again. I think that there is.
Ronnie! We're here! Smile, dear.
Hi, Mrs. Plout. Henrietta.
Where's Ronald?
Oh, he flew to Riverdale a couple of hours ago.
Oh, a likely story. Oh, I'm on to you, too. You're hiding him someplace.
Honest, Mrs. Plout, he said he had to go there to take care of some business. He should be back any minute.
Oh, sure he will. I'll find him for you, dear. Ronnie!
Henrietta, may we talk to you alone for a minute in private?
Yes, I guess so.
Come on.
I'm looking for Ronald.
He's not in here.
Oh, thank you. Ronald! Henrietta! There you are, Ronnie. Oh, where have you been hiding, you naughty little boy?
I just got back from Riverdale.
Oh, then you really... Listen, I brought Henrietta along. I thought this would be a good time to announce the date.
What date?
The date of your marriage.
To who?
To Henrietta.
Oh, Mrs. Plout, I don't think that's going to work out.
What do you mean it's not going to work out?
You heard him, Selma.
You stay out of this, blubber boy. This is no concern of yours.
Oh, yes, it is. Your little scheme has backfired. Why don't you forget about the crop dusting business and marrying off your daughter and get lost?
Oh, you think I've been beaten to you? Well, we'll see about that. Come on, Ronnie. Ronnie? Henrietta? Henrietta? Henrietta?
Hey, I didn't know they had another sister.
That's not another sister. That's Henrietta. What are they up to?
That's Henrietta?
Yes, and I...
Is she ever gorgeous?
What'd you say?
I said, boy, is she ever gorgeous?
Yes, she is, isn't she?
Whose idea was this?
Oh, Bobby Joe and Billy Joe's.
How come they're aiding and abetting the enemy? What are they trying to do, ruin us?
They were only thinking of Henrietta.
Well, they should be thinking of their blood uncle and their blood brother-in-law.
Henrietta, you're beautiful.
Thanks, Ronald.
The date.
Huh?
Now would be a good time to set the date.
Oh, yeah, it would be. Henrietta, would you,
Ronnie, please don't ask me,
why?
because my answer will be no.
What? Henrietta, are you out of your cotton picking? You're not thinking, dear.
Mother, I'd like to play the field first.
Play the field. I played the field and ended up with the water boy. Oh, come to your senses, child.
Mother, don't you understand? This is the first time I've ever been in this position, and I love it.
Oh, what about him? I was willing to invest a fortune setting him up for you.
I'm sorry about that, Mama, but all of a sudden my heart sings. My feet have wings. I'm born again.
Lord, you sound just like your father when he was drinking. Have you been into cooking, Sherry?
No, Mama, no.
Wait a minute, Mrs. Plout, if it's okay with you, I'm willing to call this whole thing off. In fact, I insist.
You insist?
Well, Henrietta must have her chance.
Oh, Ronnie, you are good.
I know, but you've already turned me down anyway. I gotta go. It's been really nice knowing all of you.
Oh, this is terrible. All my well-laid plans. Oh.
I hate to see a grown woman cry. In this case, I'll make an exception.
Oh, Joe, that's not very nice. She feels bad enough as it is.
Okay. Selma, how about you and me,
Yes, Mr. Carson?
how about you and me having a cup of coffee?
Well, okay, I'll settle for that. Bring it on.
Today, join the celebration on a very special holiday edition of The Wonders of TV Land. 2 hours of rare, star-studded Christmas specials. Perfect for the whole family. Coming up at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific on The Wonders of TV Land. Now, stay tuned for the Sonny and Cher Show. Next on TV Land.